A very good morning to everybody. Yes, I hope you're doing fantastic this morning, guys. This is the opening bell brought to you by TD Markets Academy. Yeah. It is a blessing to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 7th of August and we are running numbers here, yeah? All right, I hope you're ready for another one, yeah? Before we get started, remember, all the information we discuss in this video is opinion. Please do not construe that as advice in any way. As my brother would say, I go by the name of Ashley Reeve. This is the opening bell, and it's really a pleasure being with you here this morning. We're seeing quite a few things happen in, the markets here. We obviously paused for that CPI, release next week, Tuesday. But, there's nothing different from what's been happening with the U.S. and Trump. I mean, Trump is just creating a lot of tension in the market at this point, and for very good reasons, I suppose. I mean, he's got India in lock, he's got Russia, he's got Brazil. I mean, he's even got semiconductors now having 100% tariff on all imported chips, and this was announced. Companies that manufacture within the USA is obviously exempted, and obviously the tariffs of 50% in Brazilian goods. The expectation of Trump to meet President Putin by next week is to increase pressure on Russia to end the war in Ukraine. And then obviously, guys, India buying oil from Russia, despite the U.S. pressure, is putting a bit of fire in their chair as well, with 50% of goods, 50% of Indian goods there as a tariff. But we're seeing something happen here in the rest of the markets. We got that gold that we are watching, ladies and gentlemen. Now, just so you guys know that gold prices have climbed a 2-week high. And why has that happened? Well, quite simply, guys, because there are the rising tariffs, the growing rate cut expectations, and obviously the ongoing geopolitical risks. And that goes the same with silver. It's hit its highest level in over a week. The hopes are growing that the U.S. Federal Reserve, guys, will cut those interest rates very soon. And this follows the signs that the U.S. job market is slowing down. So investors are watching for weekly jobless claims data for more clues. But obviously that inflation, that CPI next week is going to be a bit of a banger. We are anticipating movement. But there's that gold price right now. We're anticipating 3402, as a move to the upside. You can scale it up from a 4-hour to a 1-hour. Doesn't matter. We have now officially moved, above, as indicated earlier this week. We're looking for those highs, and you can see we're pushing to it now, 3402. The same with your silver price here, guys. We had a potential push to the upside, and it was met at about 37.94. I beg for your mercy. I am using another device, so I don't have that here, but I'm going to put it there. 37 point, that was 945. All right, so let's put it there. 37.945. All right, let's just see where that is real quickly. If you can see my support, it should be coming up on your screen right now. 37.945. There we go. So we have gotten to our area there. Now, what we're looking for at this point in time, because price is really below this area here, that's that zone, 38.343, that's giving us a bit of a rejected kind of status, all right? So we could get a pullback first, and then we possibly push up. Now, if we do push up above this structure here, that's going to be a very important one, because then we're going to look to go a little further up, guys. So there's my trend, just to watch the momentum, all right? That's what we use the trend for. It's to look for momentum. And then obviously we want to try and find the next area where we're going to get our exit. We could be going somewhere over the 39 or to the 39.119 area in silver, guys. We just got to see and wait and watch what happens at 38.34. But like I said, we could get a correction here. The dollar is weak, ladies and gentlemen. It's currently still in a recovery zone. It has not really moved much, but it has been pushing down beneath a 97.82. We're expecting it maybe to find a bit of support at 96 on the Dixie. You can trade that with us here at TD Markets on the MT4 platform that we have available, guys. Fantastic instrument to trade, all right? And it's real time. That's the dollar individual performance, or the individual performance of the dollar, and it's at 97 point now. If any currency moves above the 100-point mark, it's seen as appreciating and pushing up in value, but this one is below, so it is depreciating at this point, and it's not your long term, all right, guys? It's just moving at this point in that direction. You also want to look for the GBP USD. It's looking pretty good, pretty sleek at this moment in time. The pound is definitely showing off at this point. Please note, guys, we do have a monetary policy statement coming out at 1 p.m. this afternoon. You don't want to miss that. If interest rates are cut, we could get a weaker pound, and the dollar could strengthen on that sentiment there. We've had a beautiful impulse to the upside, but this high is still a little bit out of reach here. We just need to push above it. So that Bank of England's monetary policy statement could get us there, all right? We do push up if those interest rates, depending on what the specific response is of the market, we could be pushing up back to the 1.34 on the sentiment of that weaker dollar. We also have the AUD here this morning that you can check out, guys. We're seeing a boost in the Aussie strength due to the exports, guys. It did jump, and this strengthened the Aussie dollar, especially in the month of June, all right? That trade surplus grew there. Australia sold more goods overseas, especially to China, all right? So that rate cut expected. The Reserve Bank in Australia may lower its interest rate soon due to that global uncertainty. So I think it's just getting a bit of strength while it still can, because if that cut comes, we're seeing a bit of weakness come into the Aussie there. So watch out for any global risks that's remaining, guys. The tensions between the US and major trade partners could impact Australia as well, because US is on the verge there, we would say, on cutting that deal with China. It's not agreed as to 100% yet, but when that trade comes, or that trade agreement comes, note that China is Australia's, or at least one of Australia's biggest trading partners, definitely top 3. And if anything happens with China, this can affect Australia, all right, as well. But guys, obviously this is not all. We will be going live at 2 o'clock today. YouTube, that will be the live trading room. You better not miss it. You better be there. Tune in. We're going to go through multiple setups from Forex, your traditional currencies, your majors, your minors. We'll be dealing with the indices, which is really popular. That's the US 30, the NAS 100. We'll be looking at the European stocks as well as the Nikkei there, just so you do know what you're in for. And then obviously, guys, we want to check out the gold to the dollar, the silver to the dollar, as well as the gold to the euro. We want to see what's happening, and if there's any stocks there, we're going to jump into that as well and see what's happening, all right? But guys, stay tuned for later on at 2 o'clock. Join me, yours truly, Ashley Reeve, for the live trading room, and we're going to see what happens with some of those setups over there. What a pleasure being with you here this morning to quickly come in, tell you about what's been happening in the markets. The dollar at this point in time is under pressure, but we're going to see if it's coming out stronger for today around 2:30. All right, I'll see you guys soon for that unemployment claims release there on the dollar. And guys, remember, if you want to open up an account with TD Markets, visit us at www.tdmarkets.com. I said too many W's there. Just make sure it's 3, right? Then email us at care@tdmarkets.com. And if you are already a family member at the most trusted broker, make sure you reach out to us via our support. You can also use care@TD Markets, or you can just get in touch with your account manager, and they will fill you in if you'd like to join our classes Mondays to Fridays. That's 10 a.m. in the morning for 1 hour. We got a 3:30 session until around 4:30, 3:30 to 4:30, and then we got a 6 o'clock evening session that's running from 6 to 7. That is Monday to Friday. We're trying to scale our students up to become profitable, independent, and we're using education and fine training to do that. Looking forward to seeing you guys later on, 2 o'clock. Be there or be square. This is Ashley Reeve, guys. and I'm checking out. Ciao, ciao.